I heard this crazy story about um that I saw on Twitter. I sent it to Derek, the new greatest producer of the JLP show, and I feel like maybe I should show it to you guys because I don't think this gal cusses, and so I think it's okay to share with you, and then I'll get to calls. I heard this call on American Anchor Baby. Check out American Anchor Baby. Nick. He's on 4 p.m. Pacific time, 6 Central, 7 Eastern. Black little babies supposedly being fed to alligators. Alligator bait. Because you know Florida has a gator problem, I guess. Well, look at this. Look at this. You tell me, and hopefully this is not too vicious or anything like that. Oh. Yeah, somebody tipped JLP on it. So here's this gal talking. And this was shared, I guess, by D.L. Hewley, evil guy. Interviewed JLP, though, by the way, one time. Listen to this gal. This is a black gal who's attacking black Christians. Shout out to the black Christians who are grateful, better, and not bitter. Listen to this.
Where was God during slavery in the United States? He was watching, of course. Sitting up there, kicked back, chilling. When black babies were being fed to alligators in front of crowds of white people, he was watching. When black enslaved people were being whipped and tortured and lynched, he was watching. He saw it all happen because he sees all. And not only did he watch it happen, he planned for it to happen. He knew it would happen from the very beginning because everything is within God's plan. And he also knew and planned for the slave masters to give their enslaved people Bibles to read that were called slave Bibles that just had verses from the Holy Bible, from God's holy text that was telling the enslaved people, look, God wants you to be a slave. And I mean, they weren't exactly wrong. God did want them to be slaves because he planned it. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been there. And even if they had gotten there outside of God's plan, he wouldn't be able to just stand back and watch that.
My bad.
That happen for hundreds of years if he didn't want it. But black Christians are way too far gone to ever even think about that. Actually, I've had some black Christians tell me that they're thankful that slavery happened because without slavery, they would have never known God. And if slavery is how you...
Sorry. My bad.
Got God, and that doesn't make you sit back and pause for a second, you're already too far gone.
Crazy woman, huh? Beautiful young lady talking that mess with her nice hair, by the way. But I like black people's normal hair. That might not be her normal hair.
Where was God during slavery in the United States? He was watching, of course.
Know-it-all. Same evil, know-it-all, self-righteous, arrogant spirit. This woman is insane, says Terry. Whoa, Terry. Whoa. What are you, a sane supremacist? She's too cute and young to be all into this. But alas, that is so common. This was posted by AfricanHub_ on X. And I saw this thing at the very bottom. I don't know how I did that. My bag. Is it my bag or my bad? At the bottom it says D.L. Hewley. Real D.L. Hewley. No, you're a fake DL. You're a lame-o. Although he is somewhat of a businessman, I'm going to hit like on this post because I like black people even if they're messy. Even if they're a mess. I'll even retweet it because that's fun. Cute! Exclamation mark. Control, enter. Nice. Because although she should cover up, woman, I'm glad I zoomed in on her face.
Slave Bibles that
be thankful, yes. It's bad, Hake, you always ask. Yeah, it's, so yeah, and I looked up this alligator babies thing. It's another communist lie like all black oppression propaganda has been for 6 decades or more. Ghost Rider says, yeah, I heard that Rika told me this on American Anchor Baby. He didn't tell me specifically. He told, and Nick said, "Would you, Rika Frederick from Los Angeles, our favorite pharaoh, asked, I guess Nick is like, what do you think that I think about that? I think that's." And Nick, the Anchor Baby, said, I think that's horrible. I'm not for that. And do you think it's possible that whites did that? Yeah, it's possible for any human being to do it. There's no story of black people ever doing that to whites. Pardon me. That's not even how Rika sounds. There's no story of black people doing that to whites. Pardon me, Rika. Don't mad dog me in church. Yes, even pharaohs come to church with Jesse Lee Peterson, and they really appreciate it. He asks good questions sometimes too. Rika does. But anyway, not to dox. I looked this up, and I'm like, Quora, I think is where I found it. Oh, let me see. Quora. Was it a myth or reality that white people used black people as black babies as alligator bait? And the white people don't like the black people killing their babies. So what makes you think that they would be for literally feeding them in front of white crowds to alligators? Like, how inhumane do you think the whites are? Maybe they are. I mean, it's quite possible. The Holocaust happened, right? I heard. And so too has many a vicious thing been done. You know, anyone with anger is a murderer. And you're evil too. It's not just the people who do horrible Jeffrey Dahmer things that are not like you're better than them. Was it a myth or reality that white people use black babies as alligator bait? And of course, this one person said, they will deny it just like they deny the skin of blah, 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 was used as shoe leather. Oops, what the heck? I didn't mean to do that. Undo. I meant to close this. I need to log into my Quora. My Quora is a little bit different, but that's not the only one that I saw. I saw one. Let me see if I can do this slowly. It's not important. Let me just read that to you. This is horrible. Look how slow it goes. I just need to do it slowly. No, and this preposterous idea reflects the ongoing inability of the blah, 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 USA to view antebellum slavery more objectively. The laws regarding murder still applied even to slaves. The laws of economics governed as a practical matter of treatment of slaves during slavery, black children, blah, blah, blah. It says John Dewar Gleisner. Right on, John Dewar Gleisner. Is he black or is he a sensible person? No, it's not true. We were unable to prove look at this guy, this Desmond Hardy. He had the most upvotes. That one got 4 upvotes, the one that said no. This one got 34 upvotes. You guys ever heard of Quora? It's from the 10, 15 years ago. But people still use it sometimes. New profile got 31 upvotes. Look at this guy got 60-something upvotes. See if I can go more sensibly over here. This guy got 60-something upvotes. Ah, white people. Desmond Hardy, little African. Isn't that cute? 62 upvotes. Continue reading. A dainty morsel. The blacks want it to be true. It's well documented that from slavery, black babies were used as bait to root out and exterminate alligators in marshy areas of the South, so they claimed, right? Not only does a cursory Google search corroborate this historical fact, Google, your source, bro? Trust me, bro, or trust me, bro is my source. or Google is my source. Both, trust me, bro. I trust me, bro, more than I trust Google. The fact there are white people denying or dismissing the notion is on this very question belies the level of racial denial and pathology white folks have yet to contend with in the United States. Well documented, they dehumanize blackness so much. And they want white people to have been monsters. And so 62 upvotes. There was somebody else who got more, who got like 31 or 34 upvotes that was sensible. This gal, she got 33. Christine Reed. And she looks black, by the way. Former community college teacher. Look, doesn't she look black? Retired. No, I don't believe they were used as bait for alligators. It was illegal in many states to teach slaves to read or write, so they would have done word of mouth or oral history. They would have written it down had it happened, or had they been able to read and write. And there's no oral history of this type of practice. Her mother was born in 1921. Her mother was born in 1881. 16 years after the end of slavery. My great-grandmother who lived with them was a slave. They were told them these tales were told, they had tales, right? None of them ever reported babies used to lure alligators. 70s and 80s, I taught high school classes, black literature and black history. I extensively read about black issues. No expert, but I found no credible evidence to support this that this practice occurred. Book club. So this is a sensible black lady who actually cares about facts. See, there are some blacks who actually do care about facts. They don't just want to throw something out there. But anyway, Rika, if you have proof. And I'm not even denying that somebody might, because somebody might do something evil like that. There's no oral history because alligators ate their mouths. Hake. Or they threatened them, don't tell your oral traditions about this story. Or we'll feed you to your children to the alligators. I'm chuckling, but it's like they want it to be true. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? They want it to be true so that they can hate. They can have more of an excuse to justify their hatred. It's like Hake looking for more black crimes to report. And I'm all excited about if I were all excited about it, oh, let me report this and this and this. Or Joe from Phoenix bringing in another white on black alleged hate crime. All excited to, and he's not even excited. He's excited to like try to hurt me or JLP or attack my fellow caller. So calm down. Why use a baby when you could just use bait? Asks Kale. See, this black person said something I agree with, so they're reasonable. It's THEY apostrophe RE. Django187 is here. And I disavow your name. Shout out. Is that Marcus Jones? You can ban him if it's Marcus Jones. But if it's not Marcus Jones, leave him there. Leave him be. Because Marcus Jones has got himself permanently banned. But we love him and we pray for him if we love or pray for anybody.